Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to another episode of Pax's Little Library of Horrors. Today I am going to be talking about The Spider and the Fly, which is a kind of a, I don't know what era you would say, it's like a black and white movie, kind of like the old horror movies with Dracula and Frankenstein. And this was the adaptation of the poem, the 1829 poem by Mary Horwitz, pretty sure that's how you say it. And the illustrations are done by Tony, can't say Tony's name, but there it is. So let's just go through this and experience it for ourselves. I've already read this, so I know what to expect. But it's all done in black and white. This like this creepy mansion in the dark with kind of this single light on above, this circle one there. It's really atmospheric and very creepy. And then it has basically what it has at the front, who it's based by, who done the illustrations, and this is the attic. Hopefully you can see that it's very dark and atmospheric, kind of like a Tim Burton type of movie before he went really bad, but that's another story. So, The Spider and the Fly. Will you walk into my parlour? Said the spider. Said the spider to the fly. This the prettiest little parlour that ever you did spy. The way into my parlour is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show you when you are there. And that's basically the whole setup. And there's the fly with a little umbrella, and hopefully you can see this, sorry about the lighting guys, but the spider's dressed up in a kind of a suit, and he's very dapper, he's very gentlemanly. He is bowing to the spider and acting all civil. Oh no, said the little fly. To ask me is in vain, for who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. And that's the little fly there saying, "Oh no, I'm not going to do this. I've heard bad things about you. If I got up there, something terrible is going to happen to me." And I love how she's all like, well, not dressed, but the way that she's designed is a very again, I don't know what era you would say, it's probably not like 70s or 60s, attire and clothing. It's very well done, and she has two little bags as well. I'm sure you must be wary, dear, with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin, and if you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. So there's this scene where he's basically saying that to the fly, and there's these two characters there which are transparent. They are supposed to be ghosts. They can't be seen, but they're kind of there trying to warn the fly of this spider who has eaten them in the past. It's very creepy for a children's book. And also on the little, also you can see all these dead insects. There's a lady fly there, and there is a fly there. Hopefully you can see it, not sure. And on the little table there is a book which I had trouble reading what it was on the spine, but it says The Joy of Cooking Bugs. Oh no, said the little fly. for I've often heard it said, they never, never wake again who sleep upon your bed. And there's basically the two deceased insects holding up the book saying, no, stay away, you're going to die if you come and actually, befriend the spider. Said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friends, what can I do to prove the warm affection I've always felt for you? I have within my pantry good store of all that's nice. I'm sure you're very welcome. Will you please take a slice? And a fly at a table with all these dead insects. I'm not sure what flies eat, apart from shite, literally. Not sure if flies eat other insects. Oh no, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I've heard what's in your pantry, and I do not wish to see. And she's saying, no, 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 I'm not going to eat the insect, who is like a kind of like a suckling pig. I'm not sure, is that a word, suckling pig? I don't know. You know the pigs on a plate with the apple in the mouth. Sweet creature, said the spider, you're witty and you're wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings? Not sure if that's the right word. How brilliant are your eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlour shelf. If you'd step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. And the spider's holding up, I don't know, this bottle cap that's supposed to reflect the spider's beauty, and he's kind of like flattering her and being a gentleman, saying, oh, look how beautiful you are. And the fly on the side's trying to warn him, to warn her, and the spider's like, get out of here, and just kicking. Not sure why the spider can see the deceased fly and the fly can't see that person, but I don't know, it's part of the law, I suppose. I thank you, gentle sir, she says, for what you're pleased to say, and bidding you good morning now. I'll call another day. Basically saying, goodbye, I'll come back, I'll see you later. The spider turned around and went into his den, for well he knew the silly fly would soon come back again. So he wove a suitable web in a little corner sly, and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Then he came out to his store again, and merrily did sing, O hither, hither, pretty fly, with the pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head. Your eyes are like diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. And he's just on top of his house, being merry and singing with his top hat. Yeah, because he knows what's going to happen. He knows the fly is going to come back, and he knows that he's going to eat. Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his wily flattering words, came slowly flittering by. With buzzing wings she hung aloft, then near and nearer drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing, at last. And that's, she's being kissed on the hand by the spider, and she's saying, oh, thank you, and all being flattered. At last, up jumped the spider and fiercely held her fast. So she basically being stuffed into the hat with the evil grin and the smile and the evil eyes of the spider. And she's like, oh no, 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 what's happening? Oh bugger, what have I done? And she's being like forced into the hat against her will. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den within his little parlour, but she never came out again. And she's in the spider's web and she's like, oh crap, what have I done? What's gonna happen? And yeah, she's terrified, and it's a very creepy scene that she's about to be eaten, and there's a spider in the background, a shadow against the wall with a, I don't know, what's that, like a knife and fork ready to carve. And along the spider's web there's all these other cocoons. There's there and there, and you know, got some glasses in that one, and there's some boots in that one, and in the background you can see all the carcasses of all the dead insects which the spider has accumulated over the years. Again, not sure how much you can pick it up because of the lighting and because it's a black and white, dark, moody, illustrated book. And now, dear little children, who may this story read, to idle, silly, flattering words I pray you never give heed. Unto an evil counsellor, close heart and ear and eye. Take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. And there's the spider, no, not spider, the flies around the tombstone. And yeah, there she is, the fly that's been eaten, her ghost. It's very creepy. It's very appropriate to read this in a graveyard, and that's the whole story. It's very good. Obviously we know what spiders do. They actually eat other insects, and mostly flies that get caught in their web. So yeah, I thought this was a really fun book, a really enjoyable book. So hopefully you found this somewhat interesting. Don't forget to check out the founder's channel for this whole series, Pax Panic. I will have a link down below. She's the whole one that created this whole series in the first place. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment down below whatever you want. Let me know about what you thought about this. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you on my next one.